Michael Sean Wright, and one of the pleasures of sitting in for Robert Scoble today is talking with uber geeks, celebrities in Los Angeles who've really embraced technology in a personal way. You know, before there was Twitter and real-time web, there were people very interested about technology and moving it forward. And one of the leaders in that space was LeVar Burton. LeVar Burton, welcome.
Michael, that was seamless. That was like brilliant.
It was like a pro.
Wow. I think Scoble's in big trouble.
So on PBS, there was Sesame Street, Mr. Rogers, and then Reading Rainbow. For as far as length, you guys came in third all time.
We were on the air for 26 consecutive years on PBS, and that's lofty company. Sesame Street and Mr. Rogers. We're very proud of the run that we had.
Now, you were really trying to spark the creative imagination within children. So we know that it starts with reading, and also, exciting their mind about the possibilities of what can be. Tell me how that played into your love for tech, your love for using the personal computer, and how did that all fit in?
Great question. I'm a science fiction fan, and you're right, I am a geek. I read a lot of science fiction books when I was a kid. It was rare and uncommon for me to encounter heroes in the pages of those novels who looked like me. And so Star Trek was one of the few visions of the future in the popular culture where black people were represented. Seeing Nichelle Nichols on the bridge of the original Enterprise meant to me, when the future comes, there's a place for you, LeVar. You elementary school age kids sitting under a tree in your backyard in Sacramento, California. So I believe that science fiction literature is that one body of literature that dares to ask the question, what if? And as far as I'm concerned, those two words in combination are the key to opening up the imagination in anybody. If we can dream it, we can do it. And the link between science fiction and that which we manifest in third dimension is inextricable. I genuinely believe that some kid watched those episodes of the original Star Trek, saw William Shatner reach back to that secret Velcroed place, pull out the communicator, flip it open, call Scotty. That kid grew up, became a scientist and engineer perhaps, and developed a piece of technology that's more common than the toaster. How many people in this world have seen or used a flip cell phone? You see what I'm saying? The link between the imagination and what we manifest is how we create in this world. So
I really knew of your geekdom when I saw you with Leo Laporte on Twit. And there's I kind of like saw something you saying, wait a second, what if we own the network now? I mean, LeVar Burton, you're well north of 1 million followers on Twitter. You're a household name. What does that mean for you now in this age of real-time technology? What does that do for you as a business person and as a brand?
It means that I get to have a real-time conversation with a vastly diverse group of people who have many things in common, one of which is that they know me and have seen my work in Roots or Star Trek or Reading Rainbow or anything that I've done over the last 30 years. And so doing are predisposed to wanting to know what's going on in my life, either personal or professional. That's a powerful tool for connection, right? And once you can connect, once you have your tribe, your community, and you have access to them and they to you, then the dialogue is open-ended. You can talk about anything you want. You can talk about, the weather if you are inclined to do so, or you can talk about, upcoming projects, or you can talk about things that matter to you, causes, events, birth of children. I mean, you can really engage in a dialogue as banal or as meaningful as you like. And it's all done without anybody else's permission. And that's what I really, really love about it. It's without the gatekeepers being in the middle. No publicists, no studios. It's just me and the fans having a few giggles.
That if we go and we expose everything, we become real and honest with people, then maybe not, maybe that newspaper ad won't look the same.
What we should all be scared of more accountability and more integrity in our communicating, in our communications. I think that's a a frightening prospect, and shame on us for even contemplating it.
Who would want to share and become real so people can actually, because we buy abstract ideas. No.
Well, yes, we do. We buy abstract ideas, but we buy abstract ideas from solid sources that we trust. And, the business in which I work is about communication, but the conversation has been generally one way, especially in terms of the advertising aspect of the business of entertainment. And that conversation is, while you're watching this, let me sell you something. Well, I'm really more interested in a conversation that goes, if you're interested in this area of my life, perhaps you'll be interested in this other area of my life. Or if you're interested in this that I am interested in, perhaps I can introduce you to something else that you might like that you didn't automatically think of. That's a pretty exciting concept. If we can share those authentic parts of ourselves with one another, then we get to have an experience that there really is much less that's different about us than I thought. And we really are more alike than we're not alike. And where there is sameness, where there is a like quotient, there's commonality. With commonality, there's so much less fear. Without so much fear, there's so much less conflict. Without conflict, the likelihood and probability of war drops significantly. And that thing that we've always said that we wanted as a species, peace, becomes just that much more possible. And it's been made so by technology. Why did we create this in the first place? If not to get to a place where we could really connect, not distance ourselves from one another. I think it's to genuinely connect.
Well, those are wise words that I can believe in. That's beyond science fiction. Let's make that a reality. LeVar Burton on Building 43. Thank you.
My pleasure. Scobelizer, you are in so much trouble.
Yeah.